My partner in my horse business called me yesterday morning with some bad news. Eddie, unique limited edition, jumped out of his treadmill and apparently broke his neck and is gone. It's a really sad thing, and I'm going to really miss him. He was quite a character, and full of energy and wild. I think that's why we liked him so much. These are basically wild animals, especially the stallions, and that's what is so attractive about them. It's hard to control them. They like to do what they want, and that's what a person driving a buggy wants out in front of their buggy, is something jumping around and full of life and energy. You know, we've taken wild animals and tamed them, and I think it was meant to be that way. I mean, a horse is a great thing to ride and to do work. But ultimately, you know, they're wild animals and we can't always control that. It's actually a wonderful thing to spend time with an animal that is so wild and yet we can connect with and help us do things that we need to do and partner with. And, you know, all of our minds that were involved and all the people that involved and people I talked to, we all try to figure out who could have done something better or what went wrong. But we live life in a not perfect environment and things go wrong. And in this situation, I don't think anybody acted inappropriately at all. But in other situations, people make mistakes. Life's not perfect. Things are wild. We're not in control. And a lot of emotions the last day. But I slept well last night and woke up early. And, you know, tragedies have happened in my life more than once. I've had a few of them. And I've learned a lot from every one of them. And it's made me a better person. And I know I've learned to be grateful for every situation because it always teaches me something. And I'm always better in the end because of it. And I've been learning this a lot more lately in the last few years. And I've chosen to put my faith in God no matter what happens. and to not blame others or myself, or have unforgiveness, or hold grudges against others or myself, or God. Why did this happen? My mind goes to that sometimes, but I don't dwell on it anymore. I've more and more become less attached to situations in my life, or things, or beings, or people. And I'm learning that God truly is in control, and we are not. And to let go of the control in my life and the need to have everything turn out a way that I expected it to turn out, or to have everything work out well all the time. You know, I've grown up in a society and in a way where everything was taken care of. There was insurance for everything. Everything was controlled. You worked in order to make sure that there were no gaps, nothing that could hurt you, almost. Yeah, some things. But we've minimized that to a degree that we live in these worlds where there doesn't have to be much faith or grounding in something greater than us. And I'm already grateful for this situation, even though it hurts. And I'm sad. And I'll really miss Eddie. But what I've already come to is a great peace almost immediately when it happened. I accepted it and knew what it was doing in my life. And I'm sure that I'll learn more from it. But already it has allowed me to let go more of the control that I had on my own life, and to accept everything that comes as okay and as an opportunity to learn and grow, and an opportunity to let go and be free of fear, of guilt, of shame, of constantly trying to figure stuff out, of blame, of being in control. I'm not saying we shouldn't try to do things right, or we shouldn't plan. Yes, we should. But this unnatural grip that I've held on things in my life isn't healthy, wasn't healthy. And I don't want to live that way. We're not meant to live that way. I don't want to have a hold on the things of this world or my situations in this world. It's not any fun. There's no peace in that. More and more, I live for something beyond this world, for a God who's in control and wants us to learn, like children learn, from things that happen to them. We're told that to be like a child to God the Father is one of the best positions you can be in. And that's how I want to live. I've had on my back burner list horse insurance. And I know insurance. I used to work in it. And I've lowered my insurance on things like my house, higher deductibles, my cars, things like that. So I've had this on my back burner because I hadn't decided whether I was going to get insurance or not on the horses. And I was going to look into it more, but something kept it on the back burner. I was on the side of not getting insurance because I just wanted to leave it in the hands of God. A few years ago, after health problems that kept me off my feet several times, out of work, depressed, horribly depressed, not wanting to live, really. Trying to figure it out all on my own, because I'm a good researcher. Trying everything. I finally put my health in the hands of God. And from that point on, He's shown me what to do. And I'm now in good health, to the point where I'm doing things that I was doing when I was 18 and recovering. I'm happy. I'm content. All because of a terrible tragedy. That inspired me to look to God. I'm grateful, so grateful for it. It's one of the best things that has happened in my entire life. And I want to have more faith and trust. And this has allowed me to have more faith and trust. A lot of people, after this experience, would have called the next day for insurance. I have 4 other horses. One is not enough money to insure for sure. But I have 3 other horses that most people probably would insure. And instead of having that reaction, this experience has made up my mind not to get insurance on these horses and leave it in the hands of God. If God wants to prosper my horse business, God will prosper my horse business. If there's something else that I can learn, then that's fine with me. Because I know that it'll help me, and that God is a good God, and that He doesn't do things for no reason. Things don't happen for no reason. We live in this imperfect world for a reason, because it's a teacher. And we can choose to resist that and to work against it, or we can allow it and let it work, change in us, and put our faith in God and not what happens. I've been helping grazing farmers who rotate their animals on fields every day. It's called rotational grazing, or grazing community, grazing farmers. I've been helping them in the past few months, and in my spare time I've been busy with horses, with helping farmers, with fixing up my house. That's why I haven't had many videos. It's been good. I needed to do that. You know, I've said a lot of what I needed to say as far as videos this past season, from last fall to this spring or whatever. And there will probably be another time that I'll do that, maybe this winter or something. But right now I need to focus on things right in my life. Anyway, I was helping this farmer, and I was put in charge of something significant, and I messed it up, made a mistake, or things happened and there was damage. Not too much, it turns out. It looked really bad in the beginning, but thank God it wasn't that bad in the end. But it was embarrassing, and it was a mistake, or something that was really not a fun thing to go through. But I learned a lot from it, and I was very happy with the way I reacted to it, different than how I would have reacted in the past, for sure. And I love the Amish and Mennonite communities and the people that I've met. They're wonderful people. And they have something that others don't have. It's something about this community, about this love and connection with other people, and how that's the most important thing, or one of the most important things, and God is another one. And it was really heartwarming and almost made me cry, the way that this farmer and his family reacted and supported me in this whole situation. And one of the things he said to me in the middle of it, when I didn't feel like going on and I was mentally and physically exhausted from the situation, he said some simple words, and I don't know if it's how he said it or just whatever. And he said, well, I think we need to just move on and do our best. And he said it a couple times to me that day. One time early on, and one time later on as we were reflecting. And that's what I think I need to do with Eddie. Move on and do our best. I've had this on my fridge for a few days, and this is what I'm living. These are words to live by. I saved the document with that title. And this is what I'm living right now. It says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Cast your burden upon the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken. Make sure that your character is free from the love of money. Being content with what you have. For He Himself has said, "I will never desert you, nor will I ever forsake you," so that we confidently say, "The Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me?" Awesome. No man will be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I have been with Moses, I will be with you. I will not fail you or forsake you. Be strong and courageous. For you shall give this people possession of the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. Only be strong and very courageous. Be careful to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may have success wherever you go. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have success. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.